Hello everyone and welcome back to the course. Today, we're taking a seat at an important table. Today, we will learn truth tables. A truth table is a method that is used in order to determine the truth value of a propositional formula by analyzing the propositional variables and the logical connectives that are involved. We will illustrate how a truth table works by analyzing an example. Let us consider the truth table of negation. Here we have proposition P. If P is true, then not P is false. And if P is false, then not P is true. Now let us analyze the truth table of the propositional formula P or Q, meaning disjunction. Now, if either P is true or Q is true, then the propositional formula P or Q is true. However, if P and Q are both false, then P or Q is also false. Now, the truth table of the propositional formula P and Q, meaning conjunction, is as follows. As you can notice, in the row where P and Q are both true, then the proposition P and Q is also true. In any other case, the proposition P and Q is false. If we analyze the truth table of implication, meaning if P then Q, then the row where P is true and Q is false leads to a proposition if P then Q being false. And this is the only time in which that proposition is false. In any other case, this proposition, implication, is true. Finally, the truth table of equivalence, meaning P if and only if Q is true in the rows where P and Q have exactly the same true value. In any other case, meaning where P and Q are both different, then the propositional formula P if and only if Q is false. You might have noticed that if you have any propositional formula, you can build its truth table in order to know all the possible truth values of such a compound proposition. As an example, let us analyze the following propositional formula and let's build its truth table. As you can notice, here we have three propositional variables, and the propositional formula is an if and then statement where the hypothesis is P or Q and the thesis is not R. Therefore, we know that this formula is false whenever the hypothesis, meaning P or Q, is true and the thesis, meaning not R, is false. In any other case, we obtain that this propositional formula is true. An important fact that we can deduce from using a truth table is that we can obtain all possible truth values of any propositional formula by assigning truth values to the propositional variables involved in such a formula. To conclude the topic of truth tables, we will discuss two very important concepts that often appear in truth tables. For instance, if we consider the truth table of the following propositional formula, P, then P or Q, we notice that the truth table of this propositional formula is always true. When this happens, we say that the proposition represents a tautology. Now, if we analyze the propositional formula P and not P or Q, we notice that the truth table for this propositional formula always provides false as a result. When this happens, we say that the propositional formula represents a contradiction. And there you have it, your very own seat at the table of logical reasoning. In the next chapter, we will check on propositional calculus. See you in the next lesson.